You go.
All right. Well, welcome everybody, and thank you for visiting us again on this edition of TBM Tuesday. My name is Lindsay Gates. I'm head of operations for the TBM Council, and as always, your host of the TBM Tuesday. And today I have brought with me one of my teammates, Michael Corcoran, who reports to me. Michael, if you don't mind sharing, what do you actually do for the council?
Hello, everybody. My name is Michael Corcoran. I joined the council last year in May, and I head up the digital experience. So a lot of the website design, updates, that kind of thing, and also a bit of the digital marketing side of things as well.
Awesome. So if you've seen, there have been some changes to the website. It looks beautiful. All of those things are in part due to Michael. So thank you so much, Michael.
Aw.
Well, so we want to definitely, we're going to talk about 2025 to let you guys know what's up and coming for the council, what we can do for you and how we can help. But I feel like before we go through 2025, we need to do a recap of 2024, what we had, what you could do, what was available. So let's take a look. So first, Michael, one of the most exciting things I'd say, membership. We are up 4,000 plus members in 2024. That's a 28% increase, which is amazing. Our goal really for the year was 20%, so we exceeded that. And I would say the really exciting part was when we went to conference, we had about 300 people who weren't members, and of those, 150 people signed up. So 50% converted. So we're excited. We see you guys looking at the community and we love it.
Yeah, thank you, guys.
So the other thing I would say, a big piece, is our board of directors. So the TBM Council has a board of directors that supports us, helps in strategic decisions, and we made some big changes. So if you guys noticed, we had to say farewell to Ashley, who served as our board chair for several years, but now we have our new board chair taking in, Laura, so thank you so much. We look forward to that. And then I would also say too, that we did a lot of great things. We showed them what our strategy was going to be. We put in a new governance processes to ensure that they have visibility, direction, know what's going on. And then we're looking for 2025 to put in some new subcommittees like governance, risk, audit. How do we support the community, and how do we get those executive C levels that are on our board to tell us, what are best practices?
Yeah, exciting stuff.
Exactly.
How about events in 2024?
Events. So I would say that was a super exciting time for us. So for events, we had a lot of the things that we had before. So, but if you did notice, there were a lot of facelifts, thanks to people like yourself, Asia on the team, Jasmine. We knew that we needed a refresh, a relook. So we updated our new member webinar. We had 22 sessions this past year. We continue to have our primers. So we have 3 different primers.
Yep.
Do you want to know which ones they are?
I do.
Okay, I think he already knows, but we have our Agile, Cloud, and Executive Primer. So for any of those who are on the call today that haven't attended, this is a great introduction into what we do, but we made some improvements. We uplifted the content, we uplifted the look and feel, and then also too, we then are offering it in multiple languages like Spanish, German, and French, all 3 of which I cannot speak. So
I can speak German.
Oh, guten Tag.
Jawohl.
Then our next phase that we did was our TBM Tuesdays. So I will say this has been a big sort of evolution. Huge shout out to Talia on the team. But it was a little bit more formal, a little bit longer. We'll talk about what we're doing to continue to have that sort of formal look and feel going forward. But it's been a big hit. We're excited about it. And we're trying to do more things like this to be in person because it's way more fun.
One more thing about that is that we tested out in 2024 having multiple sessions of our TBM Tuesday for different time zones for globally, and we're going to continue to do that in 2025.
That's a great call out. So we see the importance of global, like we have our friend here that's from Malaysia, I don't want you to have to be here at 1 a.m. We would like you to attend these things on your time zone. So thank you so much, but we are definitely looking to do more of an Americas, EMEA, and Asia Pac. And we'll get more into that going forward. The other big piece too is we've got to give a massive shout out to our strategy communities. We love them. They do so much hard work. They hosted 6 open forums, one of which was actually in, look, our team member Jeff is not on mute. One that is actually in Asia Pac And then we had different ones like the CFO of IT, adoption, and government. And then the last big thing, we even tried out this year our first LinkedIn Live. So that was pretty exciting.
That's right.
All right. So Michael, we did a bunch of things. We had a bunch of events, but I would be remiss if I did not speak about the research and standards team and all the huge things that they have done. So can you tell us a little bit about the assets, the updates, and definitely about the framework and modernization?
Yes, so we have some large updates coming to the framework and the taxonomy in 2025, but we actually had quite a bit of acceleration from our research and standards in 2024. We had our TBM taxonomy 4.1 go live on the website. Right around conference, we also had some assets release around TBM and FinOps, and then a fantastic executive overview. That fantastic asset. If you guys haven't checked that out, please do. And then also asset around value AI realization. So some great stuff coming out of the research and standards. Also some fantastic stuff coming out of the strategy communities. And this is going to be a great way to highlight what you guys are doing, what the membership is doing. We had from our adoption strategy communities, the roles and responsibilities. And then we also had a fantastic maturity assessment come out, which was also a great asset. So some exciting stuff coming out of the StratComs.
But Michael, how can I have access to those assets? How do I want those? How do I get those?
TBM Connect.
Okay.
That's how you get it.
And do I have to be a member?
You do.
Okay, but I can see all the assets and I can have access to all this great stuff?
Yes, you got to become a member. Go to tbmcouncil.org/join and check out those assets that we launched in 2024. Be ready for 2025.
Awesome. And didn't we on our strategy communities, if you go now into the website, we updated all the look and feel so that they can easily find the assets based on presentations, to-dos, taxonomy updates?
That's right. So we did some reclassification and new graphics for all the various assets as part of the strategy communities to make it easier to find what you're looking for. I know there's a lot going on in TBM Connect, so we're just making that easier to find what you need to find.
And then, of course, TBM conference, we had an amazing conference. We had almost 900 attendees. We had multiple sessions. We had great things. If you haven't already signed up for, do start looking. We will be in Miami, sweet hot Miami this year, which we're excited about because it'll be nice, warm, beautiful, but also the opportunity to get to network, collaborate. I will say that was the best part this year, is really getting to see all of the members, the different details. So with that said, though, why don't we shift into 2025? We've got all kinds of different updates and we want an opportunity for the people on the line to later ask any questions. So tell me a little bit. I would say our big thing would be, the big thing would be is what are we working on from as far as the tech stack? So we are the Technology Business Management Council. We do, as you can see, we're using different tools to present these things out. So what are we doing to support, help our members, and just improve the user experience going forward?
So y'all might have seen last year we made a design update to TBM Connect to bring it up to our brand standards, make it things easier to find. We're going to continue that work on our website. We're going to be introducing a public blog, which is really exciting, and potentially even opening that up to member submissions. So keep an eye out for that. But from a tech stack perspective, really, there's some really exciting stuff. The big one is that we're going to get an LMS. So it's
what is an LMS, Michael? What does that stand for?
Learning management system.
Awesome.
It is going to drastically improve the way that we deliver educational opportunities to you guys, the membership base. It's going to make the courses easier to find, easier to attend, and also easier to track. So really excited to have that on board.
Can I ask on the training, are we doing any updates to the certification, or how are we sort of managing that whole, modernization, the updates to the framework? What, like, are we doing something new?
We are. So a couple exciting things about that. as part of this LMS, we will be offering smaller courses that are actually potentially AI driven to kind of go down both the framework and taxonomy to really have a deep dive on each layer and each element. And so a lot of new educational opportunities to look forward to once we've got that LMS in place.
Okay, that's awesome. Anything as far as what about the social?
Yeah, so social, we are trying to shake things up. We're trying to use a little bit more of a conversational voice, trying out new things. Like you said, we did the LinkedIn Live last year, so we'll continue to evaluate the best way to interact with people on social and make that a more vibrant community.
Nice. Can we connect? Are we able to actually connect on TBM Connect? So can I talk to people like sort of LinkedIn and ask questions and do different things?
Yeah, you can. So you can either have a conversation directly on TBM Connect, but you can also, as part of your TBM Connect profile, put your LinkedIn profile down to make a connection in both places.
Okay, that's awesome.
And speaking of the membership base, we are also improving our tech stack behind the scenes to be able to better target our messaging. So you will, in the future, later this year, be seeing more relevant messaging around your industry or your job level to make it a little bit higher targeted and get you the best value that you can from the technology business.
It's super exciting. Well, I think one of the other big things that I would say that we're doing, and that's a big change for 2025, is our regional presence. So we actually have a new team member that is located in Asia Pac. Zahid is supporting us as the GM. The great thing is he's boots on the ground, located in Australia. He's supporting our team. So we actually are located also in Japan. We've got a TBM Council team member there supporting in Japan. So we're doing more of an outreach, more of those things. And we'll go into more of the events that will be not only just in the US, but located all over the world this year. It is 2025. I'm sorry about that, everybody. I forget sometimes. All right.
What kind of regional events can we expect?
So for the regional events, we are looking at quite a few, but I would say there are two big ones that we're going to be focused on. We're going to have this year an EMEA summit now, and also a Asia Pac summit. So what those are going to be is almost a full day, smaller conference that we're going to be going to the actual location. It gives our members who may not be able to actually fly all the way to the conference because, going to Miami, if you're in Australia, it's a really long flight. So we're trying to bring, if the conference you can't come to us, we're trying to come to you. So we're making some changes in that. And we'll talk through all the different events that we're going through. So that's super exciting. I would say the other thing that we're going to be doing from a gllocal perspective, the kind of
communities.
Oh, yeah, exactly. So we've got our communities, but we've also got we're going to be forming some new communities and making sure that in particular areas where the focus is more heavy, say for a perfect example, sustainability. Our folks and our friends in EMEA and Asia Pac are somewhat ahead of the US. So we've got the opportunity to be able to learn what are they doing, how are they doing, and we're putting those those resources in those locations that they're leading those communities. So there'll be more to come. But I would say, so Michael, what if I do want to join a strategy community? How do I do that?
TBM Connect.
Man, he's got all the answers, and it seems to be the same one.
Become a member. tbmcouncil.org/join.
So I would say, and a big call out for any of you who are interested in joining a strategy community, there's two different ways. So when you do join as a member of a strategy community, that gives you access to all the posts, the details, the things. But we have another aspect of the strategy communities that we call work groups, to where you get to work on the assets. You get to network with other people, and normally they meet either monthly or bi-monthly. That you actually have to reach out online to request access, but it's a massive opportunity. So anyone that's interested, please reach out to us, go to those communities, or we have our info at tbmcouncil.org that you can ask any questions or talk to us about it. So we are definitely here to help. And again, if all else fails and you don't know, just post it on TBM Connect and say, help, what do I do?
Yeah, absolutely.
That
That's
way
the best
we know.
way to get started.
Perfect. All right, so can you tell me a little bit before we go to the final for the events, but let's talk about research and standards and what we can expect for 2025 from them.
So you may have seen online, we're currently running a modernization survey, and that's part of a modernization of our TBM framework and taxonomy. You can expect the uh, Framework 2.0 and Taxonomy 5.0 later this year. As part of that, we already mentioned we'll have some more educational opportunities, but we can also start to explore what and do a deep dive on each of those elements in smaller settings like this, like TBM Tuesday. We're also looking to launch a brand new virtual event called Workshop Wednesday. So more to come on that soon as well. From research and standards, also we're going to be seeing the state of TBM. So based on the community's answers to our surveys, see how things are going with TBM, what the future holds. That report is forthcoming.
Yep. And are we going to be doing more research, some qualitative, some case studies, different things? Like what about last year we had these incredible award winners that did, if anyone saw the awards, they did amazing things. And if most of you, as I read through that information, I thought, how did you do that? What did you do? Like, basically that. So are we going to get anything where they're going to tell us like what they did?
Absolutely. We have actually we have new. I'm not the only new face at TBM Council. We have new dedicated resources for both data analysis and our awards. And so we are having award winner case studies coming soon. So you can explore what people did, how they were successful, and why they won.
Awesome. I love it. So I feel like it's time. Do we tell them about the events for 2025?
I think so.
I think we do. All right. So you all have seen our TBM Tuesday. So we will be supporting this. We will have a session every month that will be in the Americas, the EMEA, and the Asia Pac time zone. So that if you want to attend now, these will always be recorded and you can see them. So it's not only for that one group. So don't worry about that. Uh-oh, I went away.
You'll be back. I'm trying to get you into the...
So sorry. Technical difficulties, but that's okay. We got this. So next we've got our Workshop Wednesdays. So Workshop Wednesdays are partner focused. So we've got fabulous partners that help implement, TBM, they support you, and they're going to be telling us the story of what they did with their clients to basically implement or troubleshoot any of our large challenges. Now, one thing I will say though about our TBM Tuesday that we're going to be doing for 2025 is we're following a theme. So we want to make sure that as we're going through that we're giving some updates associated to the framework. It's a whole new thing. So Q1, we're going to be focused on the TBM foundations. Q2, we're going to be focused on the taxonomy. So what is that? How is it? What do I do? Q3 is going to be focused on our capabilities. So some people may go, I don't even know what a capability is. Guess what? We'll tell you. And then finally, we've got Q4 is going to be focused on our value drivers. So we want to make sure that we're helping you guys go up the stack. And also, too, a lot of these things are super confusing. So we want to make sure that it's clear and you understand. The other thing I would say, so we talked about our strategy communities. They're still going to continue to have the open forums. Those are great opportunities to learn, especially in your industry or the vertical. If you're a government employee and you want to learn what that looks like, go to the government open forum. They're talking about the assets they're putting in place, what they're doing, and the challenges, and giving some stories. We also are going to be having a quarterly standards open forum because, we've got all these different things that are coming out with the modernization, the case studies, the surveys.
Right.
We need Justin to help tell us what are the outputs. So the big thing from our standards is going to be what did they work on before, but also what's coming forward. And that way it gives the community updates, information, and also that if you want to raise your hand and say, hey, I'd like to know more about this, we'd love to do that. All right. Now, the one that I'm most excited about is we are going to be doing community mixers. So we're calling it our TBM Mix and Mingle. Now, for that, you say, is it just in the Americas? Say, is it just in the Americas?
Lindsay, is it just in the Americas?
No, Michael, it's not just in the Americas.
Tell me more.
Actually, we're going to be in the Americas, in EMEA, and in Asia Pac. Now, what we're going to do with these is have one of our resources hosts. The host is going to be facilitating a networking opportunity, and it's going to be a really great opportunity to get to meet people. And we're going to put in different ways that you actually get to collaborate. Because I know a lot of times, have you ever gone to those networking events and then you never speak to anybody?
Yes.
I've done that a million. So we're not going to do that. The great thing is we're going to put in activities to where you're actually going to learn and feel like, you know, you left with quite a lot of new TBM friends. And hopefully, now I will say though, one requirement, there's only one requirement to go to the Mixer and Mingle. Do you know what that is?
I can guess. Become a member at tbmcouncil.org. Join.
Exactly. So if you haven't, you can't come to the party unless you're a member. So that's one strict rule. So last year we had several executive roundtables, very fancy. Nobody invited me. I don't know why, but this year we're going to have, they were only in London because Jack Bischoff, who's our GM, was helping and supporting and running those. But now we've got Matt Greeny, who's the ED. He's going to be running those in Americas, Jack and EMEA. And then Zahid's going to be doing that in the Asia Pac region. So those are very exciting, very great opportunities for executives to talk about what they're doing, how they're doing. And it's a lovely facilitated conversation with a very nice dinner. I'd love to get on the list. I don't know how, but. And then we've talked about our summits. We, of course, have the public sector that's going to be coming up in April for any of our government employees. That's an awesome opportunity. Council is going to be presenting our cloud primer, so sign up. I would say the primers are always so great when you can do it live. And then, of course, our conference. You know, we're going to be in Miami. We're super excited. We're looking forward to it. So with that said, we've got a few minutes left that we want to open it up to if there are any questions, comments, anything that you'd like to ask for us about, you know, what's happening
going on in 2025. First question is it free to become a member?
It is.
It is.
It is. So all you have to do is sign up. You also have the opportunity, if you don't want to get our emails, even though they're filled with great messaging, you can opt out. But it's a great opportunity. It's free. You have the ability to talk, communicate, all of those other things. Sorry, Michael is normally my tech support. So for having him on camera as well, he's doing double duties.
If I miss a virtual event, where can I watch a recording? So we upload the recordings onto tbmcouncil.org. Not all events are going to be on tbmcouncil.org. If it is a community-specific event that is recorded, then those ones are going to be within TBM Connect.
Perfect. All right, let's. There chat too? Did we look at the?
Yeah, this is the chat.
Oh, okay. Oh, how do I set my email preferences from the council?
So within your TBM Connect profile, if you go to your profile by clicking in your face up in the upper right, you can go to my communication preferences, and then there's an email landing page where you can select whether you want, you know, community digest, what people are talking about in your discussion, or marketing, or all or none of the above.
And I would say too, if a great thing as well is, you know, if you opt out, for instance, on the newsletter, you still have the ability to go and see the newsletter on. Now, I would always suggest get the information. It's great. It's got a lot of stuff. It's a nice read. But if not, you do have the ability, say that you missed any of our old newsletters. We have all of those. We have all of our member spotlights. So all of the things that we're keeping that are important are on the site. They're easy to access, and we're, you know, looking for we're happy to hear any feedback of where there are challenges, where there are mishaps, where there are questions. That's what the council is here for.
Absolutely. And you're going to want to get that newsletter because, as you just heard, we got a lot of new stuff coming in 2025, which is really exciting.
Well, and I would also say too, in our newsletter, we do a monthly pulse survey, and really the intent, the focus before was more on, I would say, some research analytics. We're really focusing now on that pulse survey of what do you want to hear?
Yeah. How can we improve your membership experience? Is there a contact point in Malaysia or the Southeast Asia region, i.e. Singapore or India?
So there is, that would be Zahid. So we are happy to have somebody reach out. Let's see. And Ravishankar, okay, we've got you on there. You stayed up till 1 a.m. I feel like we need a big shout out for, I hope I didn't destroy his name. Thank you so much, Ravishankar. Hey, I see you.
What do I do if I have trouble accessing TBM Connect? So you can reach out to either info@tbmcouncil.org or support@tbmcouncil.org, and we'll get you set up.
Yep. And I will say we're in the process of in between systems, because the next question is, how long does it take to get approval for membership?
Yep.
It is taking us a little bit longer right now because we are going to a new CRM system. So we do apologize for any of the delays. But as we've talked through, unfortunately, tech stack processes in place, and we got to continue to update, fix, do all those things.
Yeah, there's some really exciting capabilities coming down the pipeline, but we're kind of just in this transitionary period at the moment.
Yep. Okay, let's see.
Is there an outlook for when the first LMS drop and the new micro credentials will be available?
So we're in the process right now of acquiring that. And then I would say we're looking more towards the middle of Q2, just because there's so much work. And for any of you guys who are sitting in my IT space, you know what it's like to implement a tool. It's not turn it on. It's
there's some work that goes into it, but it's not even just that. It's also taking the opportunity with this new tool to actually update the educational materials at the same time and have it be kind of a really solid launch where it's the latest and greatest, it's the easiest to find. So it will take a little bit of time, but really excited for it to come out later this year.
Okay. And here's a great question from one of our teammates, and I love it. I want to get involved, but I don't know where to start. Can I reach out for advice?
You absolutely can reach out for advice, and the best place to do that,
where, Michael?
I would say might be TBM Connect.
That's shocking. I didn't see that one coming.
Become a member.
Ravishankar, you knew that was coming, didn't you? Of course it's TBM Connect, so we love it. Okay. Well, with that, we're at 9:30. I hope we answered all your questions. We do want to just say 2024 was fabulous. We want to give a massive shout out, not only to our team, to our community, to our members, to everybody involved. If it takes a village to get this information out, to be supported and do all these things, and we just can't thank you enough. And me personally, just want to say thank you so much. Thank you to my team, and thank you to everybody that has been a part of this journey. So thank you, guys.
Thanks, everybody.